working on the car today. Today I'm going to be looking at the wiring for the cooling fan. Before I went home last time, I was able to strip all of the wiring down, and with a little help from James at Get Motorsport, I was able to strip all of this out, because this is for a twin speed fan and my new fan is single speed in there, so all of this is now redundant, and I literally just need this wiring for it now. So I'm going to heat shrink over the top of these loose wires and wrap it all up and make it nice and tidy and clean. So this is where I'm at with it now. I've heat shrunk the wires in, I've just taped them up. I've stripped the wire in this part of the loom back to where it goes through the bulkhead. These wires were with it. One of them's an earth and one of them's an ignition live. I don't need these anymore for the fan, but I will need an ignition live inside the car at some point, so I'm going to push these through the bulkhead and then get to them later. And I'm just now going to retape this loom up and rerun it back across the back of the car. Right, so now I've got this wiring all taped up to the point of where I need to go next. I'm currently waiting on some plugs to turn up so I can plug this into the fan, and then I'll finish off taping the rest of it up. I need to put a plug on the end of here with an earth, and then I can tape it all up once I get it connected. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with how that is now. It's all taped up all the way up and along. So yeah, pretty happy. I'm back at the car again today. Today I'm going to be looking at making a bracket for this. This is the battery positive jump post from an E36 BMW. E36 BMW, sorry. I'm going to fit this somewhere down in here. And then all of my live cables will go to that for the starter motor and such, but that's what I'm going to be looking at today, making a bracket to get that fitted down in there somewhere. This is where I'm at now. I've just quickly drawn out a quick design for the bracket for this, and I've now scribed it properly onto this bit of metal. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, in here, and I'm just going to cut that out now. So now I've got my basic shape cut out. I just need to clean up all of the edges on it because it's still pretty rough, and then fold these tabs at 90 degrees, and then it should go on it like this. I've taken all the sharp edges off and I've done my fold. The next job is just to mark it up for the holes on here and tidy up all the sharp edges that will protrude, and just bring them round with this. So I'm going to mark that up now and then cut that. So this is where I'm at now. I've drilled all my holes in my bracket, cleaned up all the edges. It's looking pretty good. I've also drilled the 2 holes in the car for this, and my next job will be test fitting it. So this is where I'm at now with the battery positive jump post. I've got it all test fitted on there, looking pretty good. It's all fitted quite nicely. You can get the cap off for the actual jump start in there, and there's enough room underneath to get the wires up into the bottom. My next job is to start looking at all of these wires and where they need to go. Right, so I've worked out now where all my wires need to go, and I've pulled this back off the car. I'm gonna take this all off and I'm gonna start prepping it and getting it ready for paint. So I'm back at the car again today. Unfortunately, it's absolutely chucking it down. So instead of doing what I was going to be doing, looking at my wiring, I've just put the first terminal on the end of this wire, and my next job is just to put one on this one and then heat shrink that down as well. Unfortunately, I can't put my plug and stuff onto the car to do the fan because it's chucking down, and I'm just here on my own, so I can't put the gazebo up, unfortunately. So I'm just going to get on with this. So I've got both these cables finished as far as I can take them for today. This one is for the starter motor. It'll be going from here, which is the jump terminal, through a mega fuse. This is a bracket that I've made up to go onto the side of here. Yeah, so it'll go from here into the mega fuse and to the starter motor. This is a earth cable from the gearbox to the battery earth point, because the cable that is there is pretty rotten, so I'm going to change that one as well, so it's all nice and new. Got all my terminals and stuff for when it's drier, so I can connect all the lives and the earths up nicely and shorten the cables. And this cable here is for my fan. But I obviously need to finish that off, but it's too wet outside. So I'm back at the car again today. Today it's nice and dry. It's a bit chilly, but we can deal with that. Today we're going to be looking at the wiring and the earths and the fan electrics. So my first job is going to be shortening these earth cables to the earthing point, removing this earth cable and replacing it with a new one. And then the next job will be wiring up the fan plug in here and tidying that wiring up, and then potentially looking at shortening these power cables for the jump terminal. This is where we are now. We've got these earth cables taken, this one taken off, these ones cut down, these ones shortened and joined into this earth here, and this new cable, earth cable to the gearbox made up. So now we've finished doing all the earths down here. Our next job is to move on to the radiator fan and wire that up. So I've got all the wires from the car to the fan cut to length and sat where I want them. So this will come up here and there'll be a plug on here. The cable from the actual fan needs chopping and plugging up. I have the plug and the wire here somewhere. Here it is. So I'll be using one of these Deutsch plugs, hopefully, if I can get the wires in there, and then connect that up now. Hopefully I can get this plug to sit up in between the fan and the bracket nicely. Right, so I've got the fan plug all plugged in and all connected up. It pops in here quite nicely and tidy, and just holds itself in there. That's all connected up now, and my next job is to sort the earth out for that. Run that back round here, somewhere to about here on this cable, and then throw it into the earth point. Right, so now I've got this loom all taped up nicely and the earth running to where I wanted it and cut to length, ready to connect to the earth point. I've run out of terminals, so I've just got to wait for one of them, and then I can get that on there and get a heat shrunk and get it connected. But that is the wiring for the fan all finished for now.